Greetings. Welcome one and all. Du, 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 du. Du, du, du. Du, 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 du. Du, du, du. Right. It's coming off. I'm going to get very hot whilst playing this game. Another layer might come off, but you might not be able to see it. It'll be the underlayer, or be
that's a £100 donation.
That's £100 donation, and I take off my trousers and then just stay seated. Welcome, one and all. You are watching the Explorers of Elsewhere collaboration, DM Dan's one-shot extravaganza in association with End Youth Homelessness, raising money for 1625 independent people, getting young people off the streets and helping them get a better life. My name's Chris. I'm known as Catharsis Jelly across the interwebs. You can find me. I run something called Rough Sketch Podcast, and I co-create something called PrideCAF with my partner Nathan, who is behind the scenes over there.
Hi, Nathan.
I am joined by the wonderful people that you see over there because it's mirrored. I have to remember it's mirrored. Please, let's go around the table and we will introduce yourselves. And if you have any ideas about your character, about what sort of superpowers you want, we are playing a game called SUPERNORMAL. The idea is that we will create characters. These are all superpowered characters, and they're just trying to have a normal day. What kind of normal day, we'll find out. And what's going to go wrong, we'll find out. That's going to be great fun. Let's start in a clockwise motion. That's Carl in the top left of the screen.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, I'm Carl. I'm a member of the Explorers of Elsewhere. Today, I'm going to be playing Ali Madison, the super speedster known as Blur. She has numerous problems with super speed. She has to wear a special frictionless suit underneath all her normal clothes and friction-reducing trainers because super speed is a curse, and you can easily set anything on fire with just a brush of your fingertips. Her powers are going to be speed, teleportation. I use the brackets there because she's not really teleporting, she's just moving really quickly, and fire because, aforementioned, any friction will set things alight.
I have the idea that your super suit is lined with butter or maybe avocado oil because it's got a higher burn temperature.
You got to keep that chafing down somehow.
Yeah, probably the mutant ability is she naturally produces a kind of grease under the suit.
Also, sure, this is how this is going to go. Going to be doing lots of
the second time I've had a greased up character today. What is going on?
It's a thing for you. We will rotate slightly, and we will go to Tim. Hi, Tim.
Hello, I'm Tim. You can't find me anywhere on the internet, probably, but in real life, you can probably track me down eventually.
We can find you here now on the internet.
Exactly. Where else do you need? Today, I will be playing Jimmy Barklots, who, although in his day-to-day life just seems like an unassuming hairy lumberjack, by night is the honey badger with the powers of jumping, claws, and animal friendship.
Oh my gosh.
So, got to throw lots of squirrels in your random direction just so that you can talk to them and that kind of thing.
Nothing would make me happier.
The honey badger.
The honey badger. And I love the name Jimmy Barklots. That's very good.
I've got a credit card for that one.
I do love a good pun name. Rotating once more, we meet Julia. Hello, Julia.
Hello. I am an occasional guest explorer. Former full-time explorer, now guest explorer. I feel really underprepared because I don't have a name.
That's okay. We can come back to you for a name.
I had some powers in mind, but one of them's already been duplicated. So I'm sort of rapidly on the fly adjusting. I think my character's going to be a fairly sort of sort of kind, unassuming person. She never really wanted to be a superhero, and she sort of tries to use her powers, I guess you could say, for good generally. She's found herself with... I quite like the idea of shapeshifting, and I'm surprised that the honey badger didn't go for shapeshifting, because you could literally become a honey badger. But I think maybe she's a bit of a chameleon socially, which is reflected in her shapeshifting. She's probably telepathy, because she desperately wants to get things right and sort of anticipate other people's kind of thoughts and needs. And then I'm sort of stuck for a third one, and I'm open to suggestions, really. If something along that.
You could go for mind control or invisibility if she's like
invisibility. Yes, invisibility. Perfect. I'll do those three. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, I am making notes of these, but you will be responsible for your own powers.
Absolutely. Yes.
I've got responsibilities coming out the wazoo on this one.
Yeah, I think this is a character.
Powers.
My character would probably prefer to not be noticed in general.
Yeah. And we'll come up with a good name for them. By the way, just so that I get it right, can I just confirm, Ali Madison, do you have particular pronouns for Ali Madison?
Yeah, she,
Is it she, her? Okay. I like to try and get my pronouns correctly. Jimmy Barklots, are we going with he, him? Or
he, him is fine. Jimmy, I think.
Okay. Julia, we'll come back to you once we've figured out a name.
Thank you.
Dan, what you got for me, Dan? You may notice that DM Dan is not sitting in the right seat. I've taken over.
The forever DM is a player. What?
I know, this is a rare occurrence. And I thank you, Chris.
My pleasure.
So, in the interest of not doubling up, let's go with so this chap is his name is Norman Albloke, but all his friends call him Norm. His powers are that of astral projection, lightning, and temporal distortion. And his superhero persona is the Cosmic with a K.
Ooh. Oh, of course.
Amazing.
Great.
Now, is that a K on the beginning or the end?
Yes.
S or Z?
Yes, and there are 2 Ks at the end.
Yes. In fact, there are 3 Ks, and I'll let you figure out. Sorry, 2 Ks and a C, and I'll.
But not where you think.
Not where you think. It's a silent C.
Great. Okay, we can workshop Julia's name.
I've got it.
You got it?
I've got it. So her normie name is Jane Smith, as unassuming as possible.
Yes.
And I think her superhero name is going to be Shadow, because the way she operates, the way she uses her powers is that she likes to sort of be in the background, infiltrate. If she's done her job well, you'd never even know she'd been there. So that's Shadow.
I was thinking the blender, but
Yes, maybe. No, I think Shadow. We're going Shadow for now.
Shadow. Great. To let everybody in on how the rules work, we are going to be rolling some D6. So it's all D6 system. Don't have to roll any other dice. If you are trying to blend in, it's difficult but achievable. So you roll 3d6 to blend in. And that's what you're trying to do majority of the time. It's your day off. You're trying to just have just a normal day. If you are considered to be showing off, then if you're trying to show off, then you roll 2d6. So it makes it a bit easier to get to the right roll. And if you are blatantly using your superpowers, it's just 1d6. On a 1 to 5, your action works as intended. On a 6 to 11, there is a super glitch that we will find out what happens. On a 12 to 18, your action is supercharged beyond your control, and bad stuff will happen. So I hope that's semi-clear. Your goal is to try and maintain the balance between your super life and your mundane existence. If people start suspecting you have superpowers, things will go poorly for you. There are always people waiting in the shadows to try and take down the saviors for villains of humanity. And if you let your secret identity slip, you put yourself under threat from attack. There's some things happening. So you all have like super strength, invincibility, and superhuman reactions. That comes standard with all superheroes these days. And we've already gone through and we've told people what we want to happen. The one final thing that I will note is that if a super glitch happens when you attempt to interact with the world, I will ask you to mark experience. Just keep a little note to yourself. When you sorry, you were attempting something when you super glitch. From now on, whenever you attempt to interact with the world and you have experience in that interaction, roll the number of a dice twice and pick the lower result. So say that you tried to do something brushing your teeth and you want to try that again, it gets easier for you. So that's super glitches become, you kind of like learn to cope with them. It's kind of a coping mechanism. So first of all, we need to figure out what you're going to do for today. So I'm going to change this to me. I'm just going to change my name in the roller. If you haven't already changed your name in the roller, please do. So it makes it easier. But if you don't remember, that's okay. I'm going to roll 2d6 with any luck. That's a 3-3. Okay, you can feel free to not look at the leaflet anymore that I sent out because it's all for me now. Okay, I know what's going to happen to you, and I'm going to roll 2 more d6. Let me just write a little note as to what's happening, and I will tell you what your activity is for today. Just make a little note and great. Okay. And the bad thing that's going to happen to you is going to be that 2 and a 6. Okay.
Maybe the 4 of us should come up with like a Justice League Avengers type name. Because clearly we know each other's secret identities, right? So.
Funny enough, like Blur actually comes from another superhero game. When she was part of a superhero group, they were the Croydon Chargers. They operated out the 10p tower.
Maybe
the 50p tower in Croydon.
Chris, did you have an idea of where this was set?
No.
Yeah, the Battersea Battenbergs.
God, I do love a bit of Battenberg.
Right? Yeah. Everyone loves a bit of Battenberg.
Yeah.
Everyone does love Battenberg.
Unless you're allergic to almonds.
Unless you're allergic to nuts, yeah. Yeah, we're not for you, if that's the case. Please let us know before we arrive.
Yeah, that's our tagline. May contain nuts.
Yeah. In so many ways. When the experience tally reaches 15, something really bad will happen and one of your cover is blown. So I will be keeping a tally of your experience.
Is that our collective experience? It's 15.
If one of us gets 15 experience on their own, I think something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah,
I was thinking that.
Or 5 times the number of supers for groups of 4 or more. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, basically it's a collectively 20.
Okay.
You can see that I've read this before, but actually I missed out half of those rules the first time I played it. It was fine. It still worked. It was still really fun to do. So the Battersea Battenbergs, is that what we're going with?
Apparently.
Right.
So I'm told.
Great. We open on a beautifully sunny day in glorious, glorious South London. The smog is not anywhere to be seen today. And you are all in someone's back garden. Whose back garden are you in? You're all like collectively together in a
One
back
of
garden.
our back gardens?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
Unless it's like Trevor from down the road.
Well,
I would suggest one of your back gardens. It makes
Okay.
the lead in for the story a little easier.
whose back garden's going to be the most normal? Because I imagine Alison's has got like rivets in it. You know, Honey Badger's probably has animals in it. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine that Honey Badger's back garden would be the most well maintained.
I'm not sure if I would
I mean,
say
you're really
that.
good at
There's a
digging up
lot of
plants.
digging. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
happened.
But
I mean, I think norms.
maybe sometimes it kind of happens.
Okay. Yeah.
He probably gets a little too enthusiastic with it.
I mean,
But
I'm
yeah,
ha-
you guys come on over. Why not?
Sure. Go around Honey Badgers. Go
Great.
around Jimmy's.
You are
Run
around
over
Jimmy.
at Jimmy's place.
You're
Here
around
is
Jimmy
a-
Bucklots. He what did you put on? As a, like, did you put on a specific spread, Jimmy, or did you make mimosas?
Meat,
Meat.
barbecue.
So the
Don't ask
glorious,
what, it's meat.
the glorious smell of barbecue is kind of like wafting through the air. One of you kind of like picks up on on something very large and solid plopping through the letterbox and just kind of down onto the mat. Who wants to go check it out?
Might as well. It's going to be my house. Probably just.
Yeah, you could like open other people's mail.
I
it's
ordered
fine.
off Amazon. All right, I will make my way to the front door.
Great. Once you get to the front door, you kind of pick up the letter, and it's like a very thick letter, and it's sort of like you open it, and it says, "Dear Jimmy, you are invited to Gloria's wedding. Please bring as many friends as you like. It's a very open kind of affair. Dress Hawaiian." Okay, all right, fine. And then it gives you an address to the event, and you know that it's not very far away. It's in like a local registrar office with like a little park at the back, so it's really nice. So it's going to be a kind of a fun little wedding. So you are being invited to a wedding.
Do I know if Gloria has any powers, or is she just a normie?
Well, we don't know if you all know that you've got powers. Like, so we don't know how much has gone between the four of you. So whether you're just friends or whether you all know that you've all got powers. So we can workshop that.
It's the Battersea Battenbergs, just like a gang name that we've got for ourselves, and we just so happen to be superheroes.
Yeah, it's just what we call our pub quiz team.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But you know, Gloria. Well, as far as you know, Gloria is a regular Humi. As far as you know. And Gloria is somebody that you've known for like many years. Maybe they're a school friend, or maybe you've met them like at the pub quiz. And although she's your rival team, like it's a nice rivalry, you know.
Cool.
You don't want to murder her.
When did you say the wedding was again?
Today.
Today.
Oh my god! This is terrible planning, Gloria. Right.
Short notice.
The post has been delayed for weeks. It's just like
probably because one of us on our superheroing.
Right, Battenbergs. Looks like we've got a busy day.
Whereabouts is the wedding?
It is.
Well, it's in a registration. It's in a registrar office. It's fairly close to where you are in deepest, darkest South London. We can just make up any place. It's all good.
Right. Not
Croydon.
too far. Grab a taxi or something.
That's okay. I can meet you there.
Has everyone got Hawaiian clothes with them?
Well, this thing. I'm going to go pick up some Hawaiian clothing, and I'll meet you there if that's okay. All right. Don't worry about me.
Fair enough.
I feel like Norm is Norm as a chap is like the guy who works at the council office who wears exclusively khaki and beige, like has a plaid tie.
Yeah.
Which he considers fun.
Yeah, but today, because it's a garden party, I've come. I just so happened to come. I think you'll find I've already come dressed in my Hawaiian shirt, and it's actually one of those like black shirts with flames on it.
Could be classed as Hawaiian, yeah.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
You know what? Close enough.
And Jane has never worn colour in her life, and this is her nightmare. She's sweating at the idea of having to get hold of some Hawaiian clothes.
But luckily, you can shapeshift, so you could borrow somebody else's clothes. So that's a possibility. But it sounded like Ali had a plan. What's your plan, Ali?
Ali's gonna sort of speed her way to the nearest sort of like Hawaiian shop, then try to shop normally.
Okay.
Put everything in the frictionless bag, speed back, get changed, and then just move into. But unfortunately, it's like she's got like Hawaiian sleeves, but even her super suit is still kind of sticking out. It looks like long sleeves under it.
Right. That sounds like you're trying to be super.
It is. I'd say that is very super.
Roll me a d6 and don't get a 6.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. The name of the theme. Do you want just a normal name or a superhero name?
I don't really mind. Whatever you
Cool.
want.
We'll put Blair in there. Boom. Oh, son of a!
Shoot! That's not good.
Well, look, it begins.
That's a strong start.
This is perfect for Alison. This is exactly how she lives her life, chaotically.
Please mark experience.
I shall definitely mark experience.
Do you just go flying through the front of the Hawaiian clothing shop and just like through the back and out the building on the other side?
We will find out. Roll me another d6, please, Ali. Stroke Carl. And we'll find out exactly what happens.
3.
3. You perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention.
Yeah,
Have you just accidentally recreated the start of The Boys?
No.
I do imagine she actually accidentally runs through the window and then
Whoops.
just the window turns to like sand as she approaches it,
Like your super hearing picks up on like a window smashing somewhere very far away from where you are. And again, you can hear cursing like in the background, like where it was just, you kids, bloody kids, the shop owner of the nearest Hawaiian store.
yeah, so we went down that way, and they went all the way down there, all the way down that way, and you can see them disappear around the corner. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Can I have a Hawaiian shirt, please?
Great. And so it begins. So once you've all got changed and you make your way down towards the wedding reception. What would you like to do when you get there?
I mean, have we got gifts? Were we supposed to bring gifts?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were invited an hour ago.
That is true.
We can bring meat from the barbecue.
That's a bit weird, though, isn't it? Can I ask like some pigeons to bring me something that would be an appropriate wedding gift?
So, are you trying to do this by blending in, by speaking?
Oh yeah, I want to do it on the DL. I don't want anyone seeing me talking to pigeons. I'm not a nutcase.
Not a complete loopy. In which case, I mean, unless you're trying to show off, like these are the things you can blend in, show off, or be super. We've already seen an experience of being super. So if you want to try and blend in, you have to roll me 3d6.
That sounds easy to roll under a 5 with, and I will do that now. I didn't.
Ooh.
Surprise! Please mark experience. and whenever you try and talk to pigeons next, it's going to be easier for you.
Ooh,
Can you
fun.
roll me one more d6 and we'll see what happens with your power?
Marking that down quick. Right. Solitary d6.
That's a 2.
A 2.
There is a surge of power from within that temporarily incapacitates you.
Oh no.
Pigeons! Pigeons! Bring pigeons!
Gosh.
Never
Okay.
pay for days like this, but you
I mean-
know, they always told you never talk to pigeons.
We have a
Hey,
donation.
thank you.
Yay!
Thank you very
Was
much
that
for your
everybody.
donation.
Thank you,
We
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. That will cause something to happen, but I can't remember what it was, but I will look it up. Yes.
Well-
Okay, great.
I regret being the person to have lost done a thing.
The next roll will be an automatic success.
Oh, the
no
next
matter
one.
what
Okay,
happens.
cool.
So thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate it. So you kind of are looking at Jimmy, and Jimmy is just frozen in place. He can still talk.
Am I going too quick again? I can't tell. He's not moving. Am I moving too quick, or is he moving really slowly?
I just kind of get the feeling that for the four of us, like this happens quite often, right? Like, Jimmy just like 404s, and
Yeah.
because like we haven't got a present, right, or anything like that. So what I'm gonna try and do is go, oh, don't worry, I've got something, and I'll reach into my back pocket as if I'm preparing to pull out like a wedding congratulations card, but actually I'm gonna need to astrally project my hands through the cosmos into a card shop to pull like into the nearest Clintons to nick one of their wedding cards. So when I pull my hand out my pocket, I've got the card in hand. So I'm trying to be very discreet.
Okay. Just before you do that, you do see like a bunch of pigeons just kind of like rise up from the nearby grounds and just kind of like scatter. And they might be back. You don't know as yet. So you're trying to be discreet about like acquiring a card.
Correct. Yeah.
Great.
I feel bad though, because I was going to say that before we got the donation.
I would ask you to roll, but we have an automatic success, and you pluck a card out of thin air. A small black vortex portal like appears, and you like whoop, like through it.
Yeah.
You come back with a card. What does the card say? Is it?
It says, "Congratulations on your new home." And then oh no, and I'll get a pen and wedding. Congratulations on your new wedding.
Amazing.
Here we go.
Amazing. And I'm guessing you all sign the card. It takes about 10 seconds for the effect to wear off of Jimmy.
Yeah, my signature's pretty messy still because I'm just like.
And you're all standing there with like a card. There's no more pigeons. They'll be back maybe. And you know, there are guests kind of like pootling through and just like wandering towards the entrance of the reception. What do you do?
Shadow, you're quite good at schmoozing, aren't you?
Not
You're a real people person.
I mean, if I can use my powers, I am. But I don't normally talk to people as me.
Well, no time like the present.
No, dear.
It's okay. We believe in you.
And I imagine, yeah, Jane is shoved towards the entrance of the reception. I guess she's gonna grab a drink and try to look happy to be here.
You're literally trying to blend in.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a wedding! Yay!
Yay! Roll me 3d6, please, Julia.
Lovely. Let's go. Oh dear. 7 total. Is that okay?
7 total. Okay, that's not too bad. There is a glitch.
Oh dear.
And roll me 1 more d6.
It is a 1.
Okay. You perform the action with an unexpected level of force.
Right. Okay.
Be casual.
Is it because she's got telepathic powers? Is it something to do with a psychic flow of desperation energy that just sort of waves over the wedding crowd as she just desperately tries to look like she's having a good time? I belong here, definitely.
But you
Why
do
do I
get to
suddenly feel a strong need to please people?
Exactly.
You do get to mark experience when you are trying to, I don't know, be a guest, be a good guest,
Be a person who's at ease in social settings.
Nice. Nice. So, but your glitch also kind of provides you with, like, you telepathically, that's telekinesis I'm thinking of, not telepathic. You telepathically, like, be able to read the other three's minds about what drink they might like.
Ooh. Okay.
So, and actually, there's about 4 more drinks orders coming in. So now you're a little confused.
No, I'm just going to start getting all of those drinks as quickly as I can. That I can do. That's practical.
Great. It's easily done. So you're standing there with about 8 drinks in hand, or like
I borrowed a tray from the caterers,
tray.
and I'm just desperately looking for all the people whose drinks I've got.
Somebody else kind of wanders past and looks at your tray, is like, "What? No nibbles?" Oh,
I'll get them straight away, sir.
Looks disappointed and kind of wanders off in a huff. You, from around the corner, you see like a glimpse of Gloria, who's like wearing like a full-on suit, like a full-on 3-piece suit. You're like, oh, Gloria's looking good.
Nice.
What would you like to do? I'm handing it back over.
I think Alison's going to try and schmooze, but conversations are hard when you're working at a different pace to everyone else. She's like, when a conversation stops, she'll wait for almost 30 seconds before carrying on, because she's interrupted people in the past because time doesn't quite work for her. So she's going to try and talk to Gloria, congratulate her. Hi, I'm Alison. I came with Jimmy. Nice to meet you. Oh, you look lovely. The wedding's fantastic, wonderful. Yeah, what are we going to eat? What sort of things? I have to eat a lot of food. I have to keep a lot of energy. So when's food? When's food ready? When's food ready? Can I go and get it sent now?
You bombard Gloria with all of these questions, and peers at you. Who are you?
Alison, Annie Madison. I came with Jimmy. Jimmy's friend.
Right.
Jimmy.
Oh, and she looks over at Jimmy. She waves.
The guy who keeps all the animals, even in
Right,
his house.
Gloria.
He didn't bring any with him, did he?
She thinks about it for a moment, not that I can think of, but I don't know what's in his pockets. I mean, he could have anything on him right now, couldn't he?
Yeah.
With my probably enhanced super hearing, if I pick that up, I'm just gonna make sure that my weasel is a little bit more well obscured. Tuck it back into my jacket.
That sounds like that you're using your animal friendship.
Oh no, I'm using my hand. I'm just shoving it.
Get in there. Little head boop, just pokes out. Boop. Get in there. Okay, I will allow that to happen, because that's just fun. That's just fun. Can have too many rolls. So whilst you're kind of chatting with Gloria, she's like, well, foods, we're going to have food after the ceremony, which is going to happen first, and then we're going to have food, so maybe in about half an hour, and then we'll be done. But yeah, I'm just waiting for my partner to turn up. She will turn up. No, she will turn up. Definitely.
Oh, definitely. Of course she'll turn up. How could she not turn up? Look at you. You look amazing.
Looks down at herself and kind of takes a deep breath. Yeah. Okay, this will be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. Great. I've got to go. I've got things to arrange. And she kind of like wanders back off into the crowd. What would you like to do?
Can Shadow, overhearing this, sort of try to steer her increasingly laden tray of drinks and snacks towards Gloria and try and get a telepathic read on what she's thinking about her partner? Because there's clearly something up there.
Yes, you can.
Are you stacking now like 2 drinks high? Like
yeah, at least it's like So I'm trying to serve drinks and do my telepathic listening in mentally.
I would argue that that's showing off.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
It's fine. I can show off. Yeah.
The
only thing I ever do show off about is my powers. So I'm probably inadvertently doing that right now.
Roll me a 2d6, please.
Yes. Fine.
It happens a lot. It's fine. Superpowers are hard to control. Roll me 1 more d6 and we'll find out what happens.
I should have known better. It's a 3.
It's a 3. Okay. There is a glitch. You can mark experience on. I don't know, delivering drinks, or trying.
I probably am concentrating so hard that I spill the drinks, and now I want to fall into a hole and die.
So you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention.
Yeah.
As you are kind of peering into the mind of Julia, and you get this like barrage of like words like it'll be fine, she'll turn up, it'll be fine. No, the argument can't be a problem. No. That happened a week ago.
Oh no.
It's fine. Jilted. No, I spoke to her just last night. It's gonna be fine. She's probably just late.
Jilted on their big day.
She's probably just late.
I know what I have to do.
It's fine.
It's the ultimate order.
I have to become the partner, don't I? With my shape-shifting. That's the only option. The ultimate people please.
I would say there's actually lots of other options, but
not to Shadow. There are no others.
And she looks over. She's like,
Gloria cry today.
She's like, oh, drinks, great. And she takes like the largest drink that you've got. Like if there's like a super large glass, she'll take like the largest glass that she could like muster.
It's a yard.
It's like a yard of it. Like a beer stein, It's like
it's okay, Gloria. I know she'll turn up one way or another.
Like, looks at you.
And she just nods and walks away.
Yeah, maybe I should have written a guest list rather than just like told people to bring anyone. It's like, just shakes her head, just like, oh, it'll be fine. She wanders off, and you can see her talking to this magnificently flamboyant black man in kind of like in a suit, who's kind of like gesturing, like kind of like gesticulating. That's the word I wanted to use. Like massively, he's like, oh, I'm there. It's like this very flamboyant, very camp kind of looking black man who's looks like he might be a wedding planner. He's kind of guiding people, telling people what to do. He's got like a little earpiece as well. Is there anything anybody would like to try and do or investigate or?
So Norm's taking a seat next to Granny Mabel.
Sure.
And like I've just been watching everything that's been transpiring, and then just I don't think she's coming,
No.
I'll excuse myself and I'll go to the men's room, and I'll go into one of the cubicles, close the door, sit down, like put the seat down. But still paper over it with the toilet paper, and then sit down. And then I would like to use my astral projection discreetly to see if I can find Gloria's partner in the cosmos.
Okay. So this is a blending in.
Yes, yeah, I'm trying to do it on the
Okay.
down low in the
Okay.
toilet.
Okay, great.
There's someone at the urinal, and I really don't want them to hear this.
You flush just to try and cover your.
I do a loud cough. Oh, whoa.
Roll me 3d6, please, Dan.
Wabam! An 11.
Okay, great. Roll me one more d6.
That is a 5.
And you can mark experience for using a bathroom.
Yes. That was the real game plan.
Those are the real game plans.
Using a bathroom.
So that's a 5. You perform the action in a way that inconveniences others.
Wow.
That poor guy at the urinals.
It's like that scene from like what's it called, Suicide Squad, which is like the polka dots going off, just like he sees on the cubicles, just like lights are coming out.
Yeah, like little electric sparks and stuff coming from under the.
And then suddenly there's just
door.
like Norm ghost just burst out like "Gah!"
noise.
You I mean I like all of those ideas, and I was going to add one more, but like let's see what happens. So you kind of like look into the void of the portals, and like you kind of look into the cosmos from somewhere, like everybody else outside. Somebody hears like a shriek, a very high-pitched male shriek. Ah! as the head of the cosmic kind of appears out the urinal, like looks left and right quickly, and then like pops back in. There's now wee all over the floor, and that's like never good.
For reference, I imagine that in his superhero form, the cosmic is just the silhouette of Norm, but it's like nebulous galaxy with the Coke bottle glasses still on. He saw into the universe, and the universe stared back.
But you managed to locate Gloria's partner using your cosmic transitions, and you find them like in a coffee shop not very far down the road in a bar stocks that's kind of half coffee shop, half beer craft beer place.
Coffee
and-
porters all round.
Exactly. Like she's like double. It's gonna
Espresso
like,
martini.
But yeah, she's double fisting like the espresso martini. She's like double parked with espresso martinis. And you can see the shakes, like it's kind of like they're there, and they are like a beautiful person, like a slightly kind of larger person with like beautifully long hair, like made up, and like in this beautiful sort of like white chiffon dress. So it's not too poofy. It's not too much meringue. It's a little bit meringue, but not too much meringue, just the right amount of meringue.
Classy.
A tasteful amount of meringue.
Tasteful amount of meringue. Does have like a good bustier going on. Does have a good kind of like shelf to rest things should the knight need them later on. And so you find them. Now what?
I will put all that TP in the loo, flush, wash my hands 3 times, and then I just heard from someone in the loos that Gloria's partner was last seen in bar stocks. just down the road, actually. Yeah.
Behind
always
you,
did have the best intuition, our Norm.
Yeah.
behind you, a guy in a grey suit comes out with just like a wet patch, just like all over it.
I'm seeing shit.
And a look of terror, like in his face.
You look like you've had an accident there, friend. Which, funnily enough, is something my dad said to my mother when I was born.
God.
He reaches out and grabs a drink from the tray that's kind of like passing by that happens to be your tray. Just like yours.
Now 3 drinks high.
Your tray is getting slightly lighter, which is good. Like you are providing a valuable service at your wedding. This is great. So
I mean, what do you expect to do with this information, Norm? I mean, which bar stocks? It's like bar stocks in every corner.
This is a dystopian future where Barstocks are everywhere in South London.
The
But only in South
combination of
London.
affordable lager and overpriced coffee can't be beaten.
If only we had a way to check every Barstocks in a nearby vicinity in a short amount of time.
Alison sighs, takes off her like Hawaiian shirt. Like she goes like, come with me. Somewhere discreet, somewhere quiet.
Butter me, Norm.
That's it. No, she takes off the Hawaiian shirt because if she moves super speed, it's going to burst into flames. So she hands Norm the Hawaiian shirt. It's like, I'm going to need this when I get back, okay?
I'm sorry, Annie. This is my first time. I don't understand what's happening.
Just hold my damn Hawaiian shirt. I don't want to burst into flames, okay? And suddenly she's got like half of air. She's got.
Oh no, not again!
She normally turns up again. Probably fine.
So this sounds like you're going super.
Yeah, I'm going super.
If you roll me a 6, it's going to go back.
2!
2! Great. The action works as intended. And you manage to kind of traverse through as many Barstocks as you can possibly manage within the nearby 10-mile radius of the reception. And you find them like in the 9th one that you check. Like, just like...
She just appears in the chair. The chair like rocks as she sits down. Like, hi.
So, I mean, that sounds like you're now trying to blend in.
She's grabbed a coat from the rack and like just put it on over her super suit, and she's just like fallen into the chair. It's like, hi, how you doing? But yeah, probably still going super speed, so like smoke is just smothering off the jacket. But I will try and blend in.
Yeah, you do this to yourself. I'm afraid.
9.
9. Roll me one more d6.
One more d6. That is a 5.
Okay, you perform the action in a way that inconveniences others.
You spill her espresso martinis.
Everyone's espresso martini.
Exactly.
That's more like it.
Yeah, it's like the door kind of like.
My God, the weather, it's everywhere.
And just all of a sudden, just everybody's just like, oh no. It's just like you hear this like massive sigh. There's some bloke in a corner who's been working on his manuscripts for the past month.
No, and he hasn't numbered the pages.
There's coffee like everywhere, and he's written it by hand. He's not using a computer.
You've really chosen a really weird Barstocks. This one is disgusting. There's like drinks everywhere and paper just floating all around the place. It's good. I've seen like 8 better ones than this.
This woman turns to you, regards you. She's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Hi, my name's Alison. I'm a friend of Gloria's. Well, I say a friend. I've only just met her, but she's beautiful. She's beautiful. You really picked well. But she's waiting for you. I think it's your wedding. By the way you're dressed, I think it's your wedding anyway. And I've turned up to your wedding. But you weren't there. So the wedding's not going to happen, which means the wedding doesn't happen. I can't get to the food, which means I can't eat, which I get hungry. And I get really hungry because I need so much food to maintain my body. So would you like to come back to the wedding to get the ceremony over so I can eat?
He takes like a really deep breath. He's like, oh, I don't think I can go through with it. I don't think. I mean, I love her, but I just don't think it's going to work out. I'm just not sure. And she breaks down like crying, puts her face like in a caramel shortcake that is like then stuck to the side of her face.
Alison leans over and very gently starts tapping her back like, there. It's okay. What? Why? I mean, she looks lovely. She seems beautiful. I mean, what's the problem? I mean, you know, you seem like you picked a very beautiful, wonderful woman. Just why all this? Why all this? Cat. Hats. Don't set her on fire now, Alison. Don't
Sounds
set her
like
on
you're
fire
putting a
now.
lot of effort into that gentle pat there.
Exactly.
Really trying to blend in.
Yeah.
because this is gonna kill her.
Please keep their hand set her on fire.
Please
on
do
her
not pat
wedding
your
day.
hand through the bride.
Am I doing this?
Yeah. Roll me 3d6, please.
13!
Uh-oh.
What an unlucky number!
Oh
2 sixes! Oh my
It's supercharged
Oh,
beyond my
no.
control!
Oh no.
no!
It's the Thai massage from hell.
Didn't I get a didn't I get an experience from like ruining the Buck Stars?
But you didn't get experience in patting people gently, did you?
Not yet. No, I guess that's the point. So what do I roll now?
On the plus side, you'll be better at it later.
Yes.
When you're comforting Gloria for the fact that her fiance's dead.
Yeah.
You've turned
It was
a, you've turned a
tragic accident.
bride
She
into
just-
When you
pate.
hamburger
She
her.
just exploded. I don't know what happened. It went.
Roll me 2 more d6, please, Carl.
That is a 3 and a 3.
Chris,
Okay,
it's 1d6 and then you get to choose a second.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
I'll pick the
So
second.
with
Okay.
3.
So you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention,
Bet it does.
and I think,
Unwanted destruction?
yeah, like
Set
unintended
the dress on
destruction.
fire.
That's if you're lucky, Carl.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think unintended destruction is kind of probably the way to go for that. So
It'll definitely inconvenience her.
you start to pat, and you notice that the pats are speeding up, and you can't control it. You're like, oh no.
No, to her, it's fine. It's like, this is great. Finally, normal. Oh, wait, no. That's not how the world works. Slow down.
Oh.
The smoke starts to kind of create itself kind of around the dress itself, and people's eyes just kind of like whoop, start to look at you.
This is normal.
Start to draw this unwanted attention. One of the Barstock's staff kind of like looks over, sighs, and reaches for a fire extinguisher, kind of like off camera. The dress, the beautiful dress, kind of like starts to burn down past the shoulders, and so like it's starting to kind of lose the shoulders, and then eventually this Barstock's kind of person comes over and just like hoses the whole thing down with a fire hydrant. So now Alison's partner is wet and not dressless, but the dress is looking shaky.
Alison take a look and she's like, I can understand why. Also, the way you've got to think of this now, I'm really sorry this all happened. What do you think was that? At least this won't be the worst thing that happens to you today. So if you get over there, it's already uphill from here.
While this is happening, let's go back to the wedding.
Please go back to the wedding.
So Alison's vanished. You don't know what's happening.
Same old.
What would you like to do?
Can I start? I just want to while things are a little awkward, we're waiting for the bride to turn up. I'm just going to start introducing myself to people, shaking some hands, trying not to stab anyone
with your
in
big
the
claws.
process.
Try not to Wolverine them.
Wolverine is owned by the Marvel Corporation. I am Honey Badger and legally distinct. My claws are made of really hardium, which is a metal that has no similarities to anything else.
I apologise, Tim.
Very good, very good. Really
Thank
hardium.
you.
It gets me every time. Great. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to just be nice to people, or are you trying to kind of impress people?
I already tried that. It doesn't work.
No, I want to. Actually, you know what? Probably if I meet Gloria's brother, he's also on the pub quiz team, and I don't get on with him, I want to like shake his hand in a way that is firm and authoritative. You know, I want to be, it wants to be a nice strong handshake that outdoes his.
Right. Great. That definitely sounds like showing off.
Beautiful.
So you find Gregory, like Gloria's family, they all have G names for some reason, but you don't really understand why that is.
Never really asked. It always seemed a bit awkward.
Yes, it is quite an awkward question to ask.
Yeah.
So, and you please roll me 2d6 to show off
All right.
with Gregory.
Oh yeah, 3.
Nice.
Finally,
Nice.
that's very good.
Your action works as intended, and you grip Gregory's hand, and Gregory has you think that with this, he's quite a big guy, quite massive, quite a broad-shouldered, and you think with this kind of nice man. But like, have you ever spoken to Gregory before? Do you think you've ever spoken to Gregory, or do you think you've?
I think I've spoken to him a few times, and he always just goes on about his Porsche.
Yeah. Okay. So you're quite
I've had
used.
enough. I'm like, I am not a big guy, but I'm short and stocky.
Yeah.
I'm built like a cube.
Yeah. So you're quite used to this interaction, and he's like, "Hello, nice to meet you." He's got like the squeakiest
Hello there,
voice.
Gregory. Good to see you. Right, so I need to try. I'm trying to pitch this as hard as I can do without causing physical damage.
Yeah. Yeah. And he kind of accepts this handshake, and he just kind of just holds on to it for too long, too many pumps of the hand. It's just getting a little bit awkward. He's like, "That's some handshake you've got. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. So, Gloria invited you?
Certainly did. You know, we go way back.
Great. Pub quiz next week?
Yep. As always.
I'll see you on the dance floor later.
Do you know what Gloria's partner's name is?
Well, nobody asked. I didn't make one up.
I'll check the invitation quickly.
You have a look at the invitation.
My eye.
And Philippa.
Okay.
I've decided to not go with G names for them.
That'd be weird if you did.
She doesn't want to continue the tradition.
Yeah. That's like, yeah.
Okay,
So,
now that I've effectively intimidated Gregory, I'm gonna just wander out and see if I find Norm and be like, "You where's Ali got to?"
I will gently place a hand on your shoulder and don't worry, Jimmy. Well, soon, just like me, you'll be used to the women in your life just leaving you unexpectedly.
The only woman need is our Bessie, finest dog in the world. But no, I mean, have you seen? I'm still talking to bloody Gregory in there.
Gregory, he's a really macho man, isn't he? Yeah. I don't know. We should find Shadow. Shadow's a bit of a people person. She probably knows where everyone is, right?
Where have you guys got this idea?
She always seems to vanish. I'm going to look over like the top of the crowd, see if I can see any like glasses bobbing along in some sort of pyramid on a tray.
Great.
Seven stacks high now.
No. Shadow's decided to take some time for herself, and she's at the chocolate fountain now.
Nice.
Okay. In which case, just before you get a chance to like marshmallow in the chocolate fondue, I will come up and Shadow, I've got a job for you.
What?
We need to find Ali, and hopefully the bride. That's what I'm hoping will come of this interaction.
Right. Okay. What
Somewhere
do you
in
need
the
me to
distance,
do?
you smell smoke. Like your super senses, like smell smoke somewhere. Sorry, carry on.
I mean,
Norm, don't say another word. I know exactly what you want. You need me to turn into the bride, don't you? I'll do it, Norm.
Well,
If it's what we have to do.
well, Ali has been gone for approximately 12 seconds, so for all intents and purposes, she's dead to us. So I think at this point, yeah, I think that is the only option in this moment. I don't know.
To Ali, that's a lifetime.
I don't quite understand how you're intending on doing it. I suppose you're just really good with disguises.
That's
Look,
right.
There are some kinds of fish that when there's no more females, one of the males will turn into a new woman.
Right.
You can be like that fish.
In
Isn't
which
that
Turn
case,
frogs?
into her partner. Turn into the bride.
in which case, Jane, yes, we need you to turn into a female.
You manage that.
I am a female, though.
Perfect. That's how I like your thinking.
Positive
There might be
reinforcement.
a specific female that Gloria's waiting for.
Right. Does anyone know what she looks like?
I know, that's the problem, isn't it?
That's the problem. Although,
If we can
I
find
have-
a photo on her phone, if
the-
someone can
the-
get hold of her phone.
Oh yeah.
Dan
Maybe
has
they
seen
have one
it.
of those like slideshows that's like cycling
Cosmic does
through.
know.
Pictures
Cosmic,
of
maybe
suppose
you
so.
could just describe her in great detail.
yeah.
No.
Sure.
Think about what she looks like, and I'll read your mind.
Yes to this. Yes to this.
Can we go somewhere quiet to do this? Use our
Yes.
powers.
Yes.
Sure.
The same room where Alison's like Hawaiian shirt is hanging.
Yeah.
It's our super-powered closet now.
Right, so we're both using our powers for this one because you're calling to mind what you saw in your astral projection, and I'm trying to read your mind. So,
Sure.
Just, I just briefly cut in, pull Norm slightly to the side and be like, right, you just can't imagine her naked, okay? Don't. I know you, Norm. Don't make it weird. Right, I believe in you.
whatever you do, don't imagine her with a pink bunny on her head.
Norm is sweating bullets. Okay,
Really wish you hadn't watched that Cat Girl anime last night.
yeah. I will sit down and I'll look you deep in the eyes, Jane, and I just need to let you know that this is my first time and I don't quite know what's going on. And then I'll and then I will and like visibly shake as I try to reconjure the image of Gloria's bride in my head.
Great.
Trying to reach into my astral memory to pull that back down from the cosmos.
Roll me 1d6, both of you.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're trying to read his mind. Yes!
Dan succeeds, but Julia.
Julia, roll me one more d6.
It's 4.
It's a 4.
No! Unintended distraction from shape-shifting into naked Gloria!
Oh, this has always happened to me!
Where did you go to kind of perform this task?
I feel as if we've snuck into like the women's bathroom or something.
So
like
you've
that.
destroyed the men's bathroom. It's time to destroy the women's bathroom. You get a weird look of like somebody kind of like looking and seeing like a pair of people of different genders kind of going into the women's bathroom, and then
Don't judge me.
You see one of them go like, "Hey,"
So yeah,
and Dan, you succeed in like recalling what.
What's her name again? Was it Josephine?
Philippa. What Philippa
That's where I
looks
got
like.
Josephine from. Yeah,
Sure,
Philippa.
Sure. Philippa Josephine, that's her middle name.
Oh, fair enough.
So so I'm glad we're workshopping that.
There's a few worrying moments where I have to push away the images of my mother. But I managed to focus eventually.
Do I produce a sort of Philippa Norm's mother hybrid. Is that what goes wrong? Like, actually, Norm sort of pulls it together at the last second, but there was a flash of mum, and I sort of completely balls it.
It's like a mum centaur. It's Philippa on the top, like the mum on the bottom half.
Oh no!
Or for Norm, it's Norm's mum's face, and then Philippa's banging bod. That's just the worst thing for Norm to see.
Yeah, like, what is the effect on Norm seeing
I would
that?
say
Is that
that's,
the unintended destruction? It's psychic destruction.
Psychic damage.
Hey!
Hey, £15.
Thank you.
Oh no!
So
Also failure, eh?
that's going to happen on the next roll. So thank you.
No one's going to
voice of
want
God,
to do the next roll, are they?
Let us
Oh,
know
boy.
what it is.
Full disclosure, I was intending to go out and once again call to the pigeons and see if they've got this yet.
We've not been back outside, so you don't know. Anyway, so yes, there's some sort of unintended destruction, but like I like the idea of it being a mishmash of people, but I don't think that's really destruction.
No.
But I do think you're going to ruin the women's bathroom as well.
Oh, I mean, how large can you feasibly? Do we have a size reference?
12-foot tall Philippa.
I think with the telekinetic kind of like, or telepathic kind of memory, you sort of like think in, then all of a sudden you hear like cracking kind of around you, and one of the cisterns breaks like above the toilet, and it's like there's starting to be water on the floor, and like one of the pipes burst in the sink, and there's starting to be water kind of gushing out of there. So you've broken the women's bathroom, but you successfully now know what Philippa looks like.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah. Cool. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Who's going to take this bullet? You and me, Tim.
I remind you that there is an automatic failure.
That's going to be who's taking this bullet. I think.
Well, I mean,
who's got the most experience?
Maybe how about in the spirit of things, we roll off and see which of us was going to act first.
Oh, right. Nice.
Just 1d6.
Nice.
All right, after you.
Where are we going, high or low?
God knows.
We really need to decide now.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say low. That's my DM's discretion.
All right, that's me then with a 1.
So we're gonna take the bullet. So
yeah, I think it's Alison's return. Like, she's not going to bring the bride back because I know what kind of failure that would be. She knows better than to carry people while running. She knows better than that. But I imagine as she returns in, she just obviously super speeds straight through like the thing, causing whatever destruction, whatever trouble you want, as she goes to retrieve her.
Actually, I will take your 1 as your super glitch. So you perform the action with an unexpected level of force. So
just walks in, everyone dominoes or like, and she like puts the back, puts a shirt on. As she steps out, just everyone's lying on the floor. All the chairs are tipped up.
As you kind of like come through what is like the garden that was leading up towards the reception, you do notice that there are about 5 pigeons, like all like with little like bags in their mouths. And your super speed like brushes past their wings, and like you see like a few feathers just like fly off.
Not my pigeons.
But maybe a little fire trail as she sort of like just little fire footprints up to the cupboard she's stepping out of, like, hi.
So that was 2 failures in total. Like I've got to up the time, the experience ticker.
Do we know what we're on total so far as a group? Because it's quite a lot.
9.
We're fine.
You're halfway there, nearly halfway there. Great.
Ali makes her way to try to find the cosmic and shadow, where she sort of pokes her head into the what's left of the women's bathroom. It's like,
Yeah.
I found Philippa. She should be on her way back, I believe.
I think you both come out of the
Philippa?
women's bathroom wet, and like the people who side-eyed you, like going in, they were like, what happened?
She leans into Philippa, Philippa's shadow. I thought I was only on super speed. How did you get back so quickly?
It's me. It's me. It's Shadow. I was the backup plan. I was going to be Philippa in the ceremony. I'm not sure what I thought would happen after that. Like, was I going to see it through to the bitter end? Who knows? But
I mean, Philippa's a really good-looking woman, so I think like Gloria might actually enjoy having two Philippas. She might actually really enjoy that. Have like she married two women and bring both back to a boudoir tonight. That'd be really interesting if you're into that. I mean, I'll leave that to you. That's not my place to say.
I feel that might draw unwanted questions, maybe. But
well, I'll go around and start telling everyone that I think that Philippa had a twin. I'll just see that thought. I'll see that thought.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You leave that with me.
Thank you.
You're Philippa with two A's, okay?
Okay. Philippa.
Philippa.
Great. Do you pass on the information about the pigeons?
Oh yeah, she goes past Jimmy,
just
very lightly taps him on the shoulder, like, your pigeons are back. I think they brought drugs. I don't know. They just had little bags. I don't know what's in the bags. I didn't look in the bags because if I open up the bags would have exploded. But I think they brought drugs.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll do. I'll.
Have you met Gloria, Philippa's sister, twin sister, Philippa?
Hello.
And you hear like these whispers, which of course your super hearing can pick up on. Like, she's here. Fetch Gloria. Where's Gloria? Where's Gloria? We don't know where Gloria is. I don't know. It's just like, and the flamboyant black guy who's like in his suit just comes over and kind of like looks at the bathroom. It's just like, and gesticulates like madly, just trying to get it sorted, like before Gloria notices. That the women's bathroom and the men's bathroom have both got some sort of issue, like obviously. So what are we doing?
I'll jog out and attend my
Jimmy,
pigeons.
Go and attend your pigeons. You come out and you find that they've bought like 5 different bags. One's from Boots, one's from Superdrug, one's from Barstocks. And I can't think of 2 other shops. One's from Lush.
Yeah, it's good. The Works, maybe,
and the Works, yeah. All Paper Chase.
Somehow from Woolworths.
Somehow from Woolies. Primark. Somebody suggested in the chat. I like that.
Oh, absolutely, some Primani.
Yeah, one of them's a Primani bag. So you have 5 bags and bought by pigeons to you.
You've done well, my friends. The sacrifice of your feathers will not be in vain. I guess they're all like mostly bald now after Ali's severe passage.
Yeah.
All right. Have a quick check in the bags to make sure it's nothing too suspect.
There's nothing too suspect. Although the one from Boots looks like it might be a cucumber sheet.
Whatever, it'll do. I don't know what women like. Probably vegetables for their wedding. Fine. I'll scribble our names on the outside of the bags, I guess, and just plop them on the table.
Wow.
Great.
On the gift table.
Great. When you're plopping them on the table, are you just like doing this in full view of people, or are you trying to be sneaky about this?
In full view, but obviously in a way that is, just like a totally normal human would do it.
So,
which I, of course, am.
You're blending in?
Some would say.
Okay. Roll me 3d6, please.
Love to.
Oh, no.
It is 12.
It is a 12.
A bad number.
That's the worst of numbers.
Roll me one more d6, and I will choose the second one.
Phenomenal.
So
3.
you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention. I think like you slam like these these presents down, and like people's eyes just kind of like look over, and they're like, "Ooh, look at him! He bought 4 presents. Look at him, like la-di-da." But I also think that you've done so in a way that has inconvenienced other people by like knocking 1 or 2 of the like larger presents like off. One of them was the microwave. Like it's obviously a microwave.
Oh
so
God.
you may have inconvenienced the happy couple if they ever decide.
I lunge out and try to catch it. Probably one of my claws like accidentally extends into it and just like penetrates it completely.
Love it. Love it. So you've destroyed their microwave. Joyful, very joyful. What now, people? How would you like to contribute towards Gloria's wedding? I say contribute.
Do we know how far away from the wedding venue Philippa is?
10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, it like you took a little while, and they're not very far away. Yeah, this is probably about a 10-minute walk.
Okay. With all this distraction going on, with all this destruction, and carnage, has there accidentally been any damage to the lighting in the room?
Not that you've seen, no. Only in the bathrooms, of course.
Does it look a bit? Does the lighting setup look a bit drab? Like maybe I think, we need a party, and I imagine that there's. Is this the sort of place where there's because it's a registrar office, right? I'm gonna go out on a whim and assume this is one of those registrar offices that has a reception room bolted on the side. It's an open plan registrar office reception room.
Sure. Yeah.
In which case, I would like to, just because everyone seems a bit down.
I mean, I can't use the bathroom for a start.
Right. So we need a that guy in the suit over there needs a distraction. So what I'm going to do is give everyone a light display by using my lightning powers on all of the lighting equipment to make it. It's just like those EDM raves in Germany.
That sounds like you're showing off to me.
It is, yeah. I'm gonna swap out my Coke bottle glasses for my Coke bottle shades, and I'm going to show off with some lightning spells just to kind of get everyone in the mood again.
Roll me 2d6.
What'd you bam?
Yay!
Very
Did
good. Very
Did
good.
That's how you do it.
DJ Norm on the decks.
The lights kind of like flicker off and then like kind of come back on into a nice shade of like blue and pink and kind of rose and sort of like, and it started to have this like real nice ambient view, and people like looking up going, oh, that's really cool. And even you notice Gloria, who's kind of like sitting there with her head in her hands, just like looks up and just like, huh? A bit bewildered by like this whole thing, just like staring at the lights. Just like,
look over here and not at the bathrooms.
You know, it's like 3 people are queuing for the bathroom, and there's an orderly queue kind of.
If you keep dancing, you don't need to wee.
Great. From out of the back of the reception room, a vicar appears, or someone like in a vicar's costume. I know it's not. I know it's a reception. You don't need a vicar, but this person's decided to come as a vicar. But they're a Hawaiian vicar, so you know.
Amazing.
Got like pineapples like all the way down their front, and like a little like a little dog collar with like another little pineapple.
Stylish.
This styled.
That's nice.
And this person looks very kind of like non-binary and very kind of like hard to determine what their gender is, but like they seem like ready to get somebody married, and they're just looking around, just like, and they see the lights. They're like, huh? They've started the party before they got married. Oh, okay. What would you like to do?
Well, that's you, Philippa.
I think maybe Philippa needs to like sort of she's gonna find Gloria.
Yeah.
And go up to her and say, now it's Gloria, isn't it? Don't freak out. I am Philippa's long lost twin sister. Philippa, and I'm here with a message from Philippa to say that she's sorry, she's running late, and she loves you very much, and she'll be here in the next few minutes. But if she's not, it's fine for us to get married instead. It's as per tradition.
From the DJ decks, I'm going to hotwire the MP3 player and start blaring out a YouTube download version of "Here Comes the Bride" on like steel drums.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
so you know, if you wanna, that's cool. If you don't, no worries. It's no problem. Just like either way, I'm easy. I'm loosey goosey. I'm cool. It's a wedding. You know, whatever you want. What would make you happy, Gloria?
She looks at you and she's just like kind of stares up into your eyes and just like, you think she would have mentioned you before? Like,
she has trust issues.
And you can obviously see that something is going on in Gloria's mind, but without using your superpowers, you won't know what it is.
I guess I need to try and read her mind. Just gonna do it. I want to get a success before the end of this.
So, are you trying to blend in? Are you showing off, or are you going full super?
I'm diving directly into her mind. No protection, just straight in. Let's roll. It's fine. Did it.
Very good. So you kind of like dive in. You see the whole argument kind of played out. It was over something really stupid about like how Philippa brought yellow flowers, and like Gloria hates yellow flowers. It's something really stupid that blew up. And you see like it just like kind of got into like this crazy slanging match, and you see that like they left. They didn't sleep together that night. They sort of like just like stayed apart, and then they've tried to kind of repair it. And you see that like twisting through Gloria's mind, she's just like, I just want to get married. That's all I want. And I want it to be with her. And I'm sorry I blew up about this. I didn't want this to happen. I just want it to be okay. Where is she? And who is this woman?
Oh, that's fair.
It's weird, creepy that she's like almost exactly the same, apart from the mole on her face is on the opposite side.
Shit. That one's on Cosmic. I'm sorry. I just recreate what I'm shown. Right.
Oh,
And the non-binary vicar kind of like comes up to both of you and says, "Oh, so you found the bride then? Are we doing this?"
Oh no, that's not me.
Yeah, let's get this wedding started! Yay!
I think I'm just gonna panic and try to jump behind somebody and go invisible. So I can get out of here.
Great.
Bride's gonna be here any moment. It'll be fine.
Great. You're blending in?
I guess I am, Chris.
I mean, feel free to argue
It's a
it.
10.
Feel free to argue it by all means.
Ah!
I'm open to all these ideas.
It's a 10.
Roll me one more
That-
d6, please.
And that means I temporarily get incapacitated.
You take a couple of steps away, and then you just like freeze in. It's like,
Am I invisible now?
I'm gonna do something stupid, but Ali's gonna sort of, because you're invulnerable. It doesn't matter if she like charges into your full speed. Ali's just gonna be like, throws off the Hawaiian shirt and super speeds you out the way.
Oh,
that's another failure, by the way.
You're there 1 second.
thanks.
That's that.
Thanks.
Give me a d6 roll, then, Carl, if you're going full super.
That's a 5.
Yay!
Nice.
Congrats.
So,
So you
1
managed-
second is Philippa. Now Philippa's gone. Was she ever there in the first place? Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's a convenient sort of way of tying off the whole twin sister storyline. She's dead now.
or was it a mass hallucination? Like
Exactly.
Ali's back there,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
can anyone smell that's a really strong, like primo dope? No, it doesn't give you hallucinations, but you know.
It could if it was strong enough.
If only. And so the
Ali doesn't do drugs.
the vicar kind of like pulls Gloria to her feet and kind of like says, well, you know, we better get everybody seated, and just in case, we better start. So Gloria like rounds up the crowd, like kind of calls for the music to go off, and everybody sits in their relevant seats, bride side, other bride side. I don't know how those weddings work, but like like bridegroom, I don't know. So where are you sitting? What are you doing?
We're invited by Gloria, aren't we? So
Yeah.
we're
Front row.
Gloria's side. Yeah.
We're gonna sneak back in. Gonna go loop back round and sneak back in the main entrance, pretend nothing ever happened,
Great.
and sit on Gloria's side.
Okay.
What are we on for XP, by the way?
12.
Okay.
12.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you got room.
Uh-huh.
Norm, are we ever gonna eat? I'm really, really hungry.
I look at you, and this is excuse me. This is oh god, hang on.
Man down.
Dan is
Are you
just
okay,
ill
Norm?
at the moment.
Are you really upset at the moment?
I'm just really choked up by. I'm
Yeah.
really choked up by the emotion. I've always found actually that that weddings always seem to go on a bit too long. You know, sometimes I just really wish that weddings would just speed up a bit. And do we know if is there commotion to let us know that like Philip has entered the building?
Not yet. No. Not
Okay.
yet. They all seem to just be waiting, and Gloria's just like at the front, looking a bit dejected and a bit kind of like weirded out by the whole thing. You can hear clanging in the background as they're fixing the toilets. The wedding planner is kind of like at the back, just kind of like running like into the room, out of the room,
Okay.
like out of the garden, back into the garden, just like right kind of panic, kind of trying to find.
In which case, I will adopt a more suitable disguise by taking George's mum's big frilly horse race hat, like
You mean
ascot hat.
Gloria's mum.
Gloria's mum's.
Gloria's mum, sorry.
mum. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gloria.
Pop that on so my face is more hidden than normal, and then I will try to discreetly temporally distort the space around Philippa in order to move her through time and space quicker than everyone else to get her to the wedding sooner.
Wow.
So it just seems, basically just zhuzh her along, move her at like, I don't know,
Great.
8 times normal speed.
Great. That sounds like that you're showing off at least.
I'm trying to do it discreetly.
Okay, then you're blending in.
Mm.
I am.
Hey, could have gone worse.
Not too bad.
Could've gone
I'll
worse.
take it.
Tonight, it's a glitch. Give me one more d6 and let's see what glitch happens.
So a 3
It's a
on the
3.
glitch.
So we
So-
love the 3, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your action draws attention, unwanted attention.
Yes.
So
It might be because I've turned blue.
I think there's like a slight crackle in the air as this kind of like mystical power happens, and you can mark experience against traversing people through planes, and you like form this door as if it's like the door to the reception, and you manage to kind of like reach through and yank through Philippa, still with the shortcake, the caramel shortcake stuck to the side of her
Her
face,
burnt dress.
in a slightly burnt dress, looking like kind of a bit forlorn and a bit kind of like bewildered by the whole process. The unwanted attention comes from like everybody that's in the reception at that point in time, just like they all turn to look, and then they look at like Philippa, then they look at Gloria, and then like, oh, well, at least she's here. Well, that's
Is her
good.
dress still like a crisis?
Yeah,
Still scoring.
All right,
she's
I'm
holding it
prepared for
on.
this.
She's holding it on.
I'm gonna need some mice. I'm gonna need some small birds.
Yes!
So
Love
Jimmy's like, la la la,
it.
and I'm gonna try and summon the small creatures to fix her dress into a beautiful state.
Nice, nice.
Obviously, I'll need to do this in a way where it doesn't look like it's me that is behind this whole thing. I don't want to blow my cover here.
Mm,
It needs to seem like a spontaneous,
yeah,
animal-themed tailoring fiasco.
right. Showing off.
Ooh, I don't know. I want to keep it on the DL. I
You
don't
want
want
to
no one
try and
to
blend in? All right,
no one to know what I'm doing here.
Cool. 3d6, please. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Oh.
That'll do.
And one more d6, please.
Could have been worse. Narrowly avoided disaster.
That's a 6. You
I've been waiting for this
unintentionally-
one.
You unintentionally activate one or more of your specific superpowers.
Nice.
By doing this.
Nice.
So, well, I was intentionally activating the animal friendship, and you know what? My legs are probably getting pretty like achy. I haven't had a chance to jump properly in ages, so I'm just like, I just leap a good 100 or so feet.
Fly off into like the other aisle, like wrong.
All of a sudden, there's like a massive crash as you kind of like, boing, like straight through the ceiling. And through this hole that you've made in the ceiling fly like a bunch of blue tits. You've never seen so many blue tits in your life. And they all like crowd around. They all crowd around Philippa's dress, and like kind of like you can see them. Then they kind of fly off. They go and get some thread, and they come back and they kind of like thread it back together. They kind of like make all of this thread just appear.
Is Philippa just continuously screaming during this process?
Meanwhile, Gloria at the front is just kind of like looking on in amazement. She's just like the wedding planner is like, great, this is happening. Great. And she like looks.
I planned this.
Yeah, he's like owning it. He looks up at the hole, and you come like screaming back down through the hole like land.
I think it's probably like just the dress just finishes, and I'm just like,
Have we still
Next
not
to her.
blown our cover? Like, are we still?
Evidently, you provided enough drinks that the guests are just.
Yeah.
Been plying everyone with alcohol.
You've pre-tanked the dress, the people. Great. So it looks like that we've got a wedding on our hands.
Yeah,
And so
baby.
The bride or groom, I don't want to judge, like kind of wanders down to the front, and the vicar starts the ceremony. He's like, "Oh, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to entangle the hands of like Gloria and Philippa in this very strange Hawaiian themed wedding. Don't know why Hawaiian. And they are, starting the ceremony. Would you like to do anything?
I think maybe we can just quietly shed tears of joy.
I mean,
I'm
this is
shedding
lasting
tears
a-
of pain.
really long time for Alison. Like she's sitting there, and all words are really slow to her. So her patience is being tested. As like her foot starting to tap. Like
I'll pull a pork chop out of my jacket that I've saved just in case for the barbecue. Give it to Alison because I can see that she's struggling.
You're in serious calorie deficit right
and
now.
A little dusty.
it's fine.
Love it.
I'll pull out a bent sepia photo of my mother and then gently begin caressing the hair.
The ceremony goes on for 15-20 minutes. They go through their vows.
Oh, God, hell.
And they get to the part that go, does anyone here have anything to say like that stops these people getting married? If you do so, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm just gonna grip Alison's shoulder and keep her in her seat.
Don't worry, I want this to finish.
And before you know it, they have a beautiful, wonderful kiss, like at the front, and then walk back out of the reception room and then back into the main hall. And somebody rings a little bell, like in the back, that donates that it might be dinner time.
Ali uses her super speed. Like the Hawaiian shirt just burns off of her. She's like, yes!
So does it burn off because of your fire, or it burns off because of
pure friction? So it's the fire, but it's like pure friction. Like
okay. But you're going full super to get there first in line.
Oh yes, at this point she doesn't care. She's hungry. One. She's just there before anyone else. Not with her Hawaiian shirt. She's grabbed another jacket and I've gone away past it.
You turn up at the front of the line of the buffet, and it's like Hawaiian themed buffet. There's like jerk chicken and rice and peas, and it's just like I know none of these things are Hawaiian.
They don't know that.
Island
Have
themed
pineapple pizza.
Island themed. There's pineapple pizza. There's all sorts of like wonderful things, and a queue forms behind you to get food. How much are you taking, Alison?
Well, she's learned how to stack a plate because she needs a lot of calories per day. You know that scene in like Parks and Rec where Ron's, at the buffet, just throwing things. Yeah, kind of like that. But in the end, she's got like a small mountain. She's like, sits at the table, like tucks like what's left of Hawaiian shirt into her.
I didn't realize what the time was, and time has kind of gone flying past more quickly than I've known.
But I think
I
think that was the emotional closure we needed to
Yeah.
see Ali sit down with her pile of food.
It gets like a leg of
The
meat
beautiful
and just
conclusion.
Well done, superheroes. You managed to make sure that two people who are in love got married and hopefully live a life of bliss, minus a microwave.
Yeah.
Disastrous.
And a hefty bill for all the bathroom
And a hefty
destruction at the
bill
venue.
for the bathroom. Yeah.
roof, bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you managed to not totally blow your cover, but you were close.
Astoundingly.
Yeah, astoundingly. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank goodness
Chris.
our friends were stupid.
Do they ever win the pub quiz?
Ali gets bored, usually leaves early. Like Norm's the only one who answers questions.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's been super normal. I learnt from doing that. I should make these guys roll more. That's my lesson for today.
Roll for
And
everything.
yeah, glitches are fun. So that's my lesson for today. Make people roll more. Thank you to our donations for the £15 and for the £10, I believe.
Yeah, thank you so
donors.
much.
Thank you so much. We are very close to our goal now. And join us again in about an hour's time, Dan?
I think it's going to be about 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
3:30.
Very sorry I ran
Wonderful.
over. I've been Chris. This has been Supernormal. Catch us on the flip side. We are out. Duh, 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 duh.